Hello everyone, welcome to Shikaijo Explores DDO. This is Shikaijo, and this is the DDO stream on Saturday nights. And I am on Wayfinder server with my paladin
It's live.
Shikaijo, and yeah, we're going to start with the enemy within in House Durasco. And I'm just taking care of a couple things. I was a little bit late getting online today. Just a couple glitches, totally avoidable on my part, but life happens. Alright. It's probably the long way around, going all the way through the marketplace from the harbor, but oh well. Let's see. So we're dealing with undead initially in this first quest. And it's a quest that we have been into the first part before. I forget the name of it, but the particular anyways, we were into this one here. I can't pronounce it. Particular Tower. I'm not even gonna try. Anyways, we need to talk to Annabelle de Drasco. And there's two Annabelles, by the way. They just have slightly different spellings of their name. But this is the one we need to talk to. There's another one elsewhere. Whoops. Don't take the top one. Select the bottom. Here, I'll see if I can throw a share over. Wasn't sure if Padigno had it or not, so I thought I'd share the quest. But yes, over by the the Open Palm Inn, there is another Annabelle de Drasco, just slightly different spelling. So if you're looking for her, just take note that there is two different Annabelle de Drascos in this in House Drasco. Yeah, there's two of them. So, anyways, here we are. And I don't have a hireling. That's alright. We'll go without a hireling, I guess. In this one. Should be fine. Initially, there's nothing to worry about traps-wise. But there probably is later on down the road. And I'll throw this on for myself. Alright. Because like I said, we've been in this quest before. Well, this dungeon area before. And
someone nailed these doorways shut.
When we were here previously, we went these other doors. When we did the lower level quest, when we were finding out, looking for the scratching noises that was keeping a particular person awake. Now someone has been kidnapped, and we're trying to find out who had done that. And before, we couldn't get through this barrier.
The stalwart iron columns
Get the adventurers packets over here. And now we can get through the barrier. These guys are going to let us through without attacking us, which is kind of cool. We get to fight some later. And they're a bit of a pain. Let's see. It's a fair enough, a decent amount of XP that I think it's worthwhile to go hunting for the bonuses. You know, I should be using a bludgeoning weapon here against these things. Ah yes, now I do remember that there's lots of traps in here. There's potential pit traps like that one there. Cannot be disarmed. If you fall in there, you're kind of pooped. Well, I mean, if you survive, you can just simply jump out of it. playing a different paladin earlier today, and her spells are a little bit different. And she has the spell Lesser Restoration, and Shikaijo doesn't. So it makes for a little bit different playstyle. But you can easily avoid those pits. I just use Sunder in place of Turn Undead because I haven't swapped those spots yet. I'll do that right after this battle. Let's move this over. Make it a little easier. But I'm going to end up using my Turn Undeads a little too quickly, I think, in the long run. There is 2 rest shrines. A lot of skeletons. These Frost Marrow ones are immune to cold, so don't even bother trying to hit them with anything cold. But go ahead and hit them with something fire. They don't like that. And there's a lever up here, but I believe it's trapped.
Trap.
Yeah, I think the trap's up top here. I believe that you can pull the lever and then jump away quick enough that you don't get hit. Yeah, control panel's on the side over here. My Turn Undead's not very powerful for actually turning them. However, I do a lot of light damage when I use my Turn Undead, so a nice area of effect.
Ready. I'm going to pull lever.
Okay. Oh, and the spikes would come out of the top too. Awesome.
Your keen ears
I
detect
hit you from
grinding
either
gears
above
and
or
coiled
below.
springs ratcheting into position.
Give my companion some healing here. I just picked up this Morning Star off the auction house today too. Glad I have it, because I knew I'd be fighting a lot of skeletons, because normally I use a slashing weapon, and it's just not useful against skeletons. Now, some of these areas are trapped up here too. You have to watch for it. There's a lot of these little corner areas where there's a lot of sarcophagi, and some of them have a... Not this particular one. Some of them have a lever you gotta pull, and then they'll be trapped as well. There's gonna be some spots with a breakaway floor, the traps down underneath of it. All kinds of nastiness. Oh, there's lots of them here. I'm sitting here trying to pick up the treasure bag instead of killing things. Trap! It's like, I'm in the middle of it. How do I get out of here without getting hit?
I guess so.
My spot wasn't high enough to warn me of it either. Alright. So there's control panel. So there's blades on either side there. One of the things with this quest is there's some mind flayers in it. They will have some damage reduction versus Bishik weapons. So that's something to pay attention to later on down the road. Now I have the in-game sound turned up in my ears really loud, but I don't know if that's loud for you guys with the stream. Not sure if it's coming across that way or not. It's just my headphones I have turned up, but I think I have the in-game sound turned down versus my microphone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I think this area here will also, if you come back to it later, it respawns. Because this is a junction point where you can, if I'm remembering correct, it's kind of a T-junction, so you might end up coming back here. Yeah, there's dudes on both sides. Now this is where the breakaway floors might occur. I'll go first.
There's a mechanism affixed to the ceiling at the end of this hallway. A wide disc at the end of a steel lever.
No collapsible floor this side. Go up those ladders a little quicker. Whoops. I fell off as I was trying to trip him. Oh well. He's going to end up shooting those before I get to him. Right. Looking for a switch, because some of them I know have a switch. But there wasn't one there. I was purposely trying to trigger that. No skeletons in this room, so I've switched away from bludgeoning. I do more damage with a bastard sword. There's a lot of alchemy tables, which I like. There's 5 of them just in this one room, and there's other rooms similar to this that you'll be coming across later. Oops, I didn't even use that. That was a waste. Anyways. We're going to need lots of these crests. Crest of the octopus. They'll be laying around, so make sure you do look around and find them, because they're just kind of laying there. I'll need them. Just a sec, I need to refresh my page that has the Twitch on it. Make sure that that's coming through okay. Okay. I was getting some weird messages on that, so hopefully that's coming through okay now. Okay, there's the first of the shrines. I don't need it yet, but may always come back to it later. There's the switch I was telling you about. Now there may be trapped. There's a switch up there. I'll let you get it, but there may be trapped too, so...
Alright, I'll look for... I see it.
Usually the opposite corner, there's where the trap is. If there's a trap, that's where the control box is. Hey, Ready to Snap, how's it going? I can't remember if this is collapsible floor or not. Yes, it is. So if you do it right with Featherfall, you can get that before you end up down at the bottom. There is all kinds of nasty blades at the bottom that'll appear. I'm not going to drop down there and die just to show you that. What we don't have is a hireling that can resurrect. Yeah, octopus socket. Now, so we have to go backwards and go all the way around to the other side. So we will got to backtrack now and do the same with the socket on the other side in order to open these gates. Oh, there we go. I triggered it. Yeah. That's why you don't want to go down there. So now comes the boring part. The backtracking a little bit. Well, at least that floor didn't collapse. There was potential that it might have. Alright. Treasure bags. Drop. No, I'm not going to worry about the amethyst. Should be another drop there. Or not. I guess they are kind of random. It's the little traps. I'll switch back to the slashing weapon. I get bonuses for using the slashing weapon. See, I'm not turning these guys at all, but I am doing that light damage and a nice area of effect. So. Sadly, I don't regenerate my turn on deads. I'll have to actually rest. Oh, there's another one. Hard to see in here. Okay, it should be... There it is. Another crest. Kind of mirror image of the other room. I just noticed I could have done my daily dice roll. And there's the other shrine. See, the door is closed there this time, over there. So there will be another lever to pull. And this time it's trapped. Okay. Control box should be up top here. Somewhere. I can't see it though, but there's where it is. Right next to the lever. Thank you, sir. Probably another collapsible floor. Yep. Oh! And I kind of fell with that guy instead of moving forward, so I'm down here. And he's blocking me from getting on the ladder. Okay, there we go. There we go. I haven't used either shrine yet, but I prefer not to use them if I can avoid using them. I mean, I'll have to come back to use it eventually. There's still a lot more to this quest. This is a long quest, by the way. They're free to play. Also, this one, Enemy Within. All the ones I do today are free to play. Level 11 free to play quests. And we're going to start coming across some non-undead opponents here. There's still going to be undead in the quest, but now there's going to be a mix. Some cultists to have to deal with. Just getting these things. That's another reason to use it. I'm learning how to lay on hands. By not bringing a healer and being the healer myself. Can you pick that, please? I assume that it's pickable. Thank you. Cool. I think I'm going to use one of those restaurants before we go ahead. Because there's none forward, there's only ones behind us. I should have used my spell points to give him some resistances. Although, he may have some airship buff. Do you have airship buff resistances?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'll just give him these ones then. Then I don't need to worry about the other ones. Because his airship buff ones are probably higher than what I could cast on him. Alright. It's possible to disarm those traps in the pits, I think. But I'm not going to send him down there because if he fails his saving throw, he's so dead. I don't want that for him, so we won't worry about it. And what do I want? I can't remember what they've thrown at us. That's the problem with having adventured earlier today. I can't remember everything. What's this? Why is there a chest in the middle of the hallway? That's weird. That's not normally there, or always there. I did this quest the other day. What was that? Either last night or earlier today. And that wasn't there then. So, that chest is not always there. Don't always be expecting that chest. Cool it was, though. So long hallway here. Long straight corridor for a bit. Then we're going to come to a junction. We can go like a four-way junction. Now, the problem with this is we need more crests to go forward, and there's a double set of doors where we need more crests on the other side. So, it doesn't matter which way you go, you need the crest from both sides. So just pick a direction and go, and then repeat the same, the opposite direction. I'm trying to trigger it without falling in. Okay. Looks like no undead here. Turn undead would be a silly thing to use. So I use it anyways. Secret door here. I'm fairly sure I couldn't find it if I tried to search. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. I do have Treasure Hunter Spyglass, so it does give me quite a bit to my search skill. Ooh, treasure. Should have asked him to search for traps first. I don't think there's traps in here, though. Yeah. Don't fall in there. Sarcophagi. Okay. It's me picking up everything again. There's just one more sarcophagi up top. I don't think there's any traps. Although I can't, my spot's not picking up the traps right now.
Nothing up here.
we're looking for crests and collectibles. There's a lot of alchemy tables. If you're looking for lightning split soarwood, which used to be under the old system for collectibles before they did the update for the new crafting, incredibly rare, and I'm not sure if that's changed, but the lightning split soarwood, alchemy tables is one of the few places you can get that. There's some. I could see him in my focus orb, and it's like I couldn't. My spot wasn't giving the outline for him. There's another crest. How many? I got 2. Stack of 2. I'm not sure how many I need. Quite a few, I'm sure.
Trap or something.
Yeah, blade traps there. At least he has evasion. He's got a chance of not taking any damage from them. Has a really high reflex. Sure. Sometimes when you have that fatigue on you, what's it showing there? I really do notice the reduction in my movement speed. It's quite noticeable.
Never up there.
Was there? I didn't think I saw one. No.
Nope.
There should be a mind flayer in this chamber ahead here. And I don't have a Bishik weapon or a meta line, which would give me the Bishik that I need. He's right here. Thinking that was my sunder. That did not work. There's the crest I was needing. But there was undead in the room, so the turn undead was still useful. Just not against the mind flayer. And some of these, there's should be a chest somewhere. Maybe that random chest in the hallway was the chest that I'm looking for right now. But check the wings. Like, as you can see, it's like 3-sided. Check each side, because there could be a chest. I think it's random as to where they put it. I could be wrong on that. So now we need to do the south side. It'll look a mirror image of this. So same thing, but on the south. How many crests do we have? 3. So I guess we need a total of 6, because I'm guessing that there'll be 3 to find on the other side. Sometimes the ones that were up at the corner, like around that corner, the skeletons, they'll come all the way down. They spot you. Decide to join in the combat in the room. I've had that happen in the past. I would presume that on hard or elite you might get swamped with a lot of extras. Should be a crest in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, no secret door though. Get some healing on him. That. Do the same for myself. It's funny, I just give myself some extra temporary hit points. Then I get zapped with a lightning bolt. Oh, Fey Hands, or Iron Hands. How's it going? Things are reasonably decent here. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. I don't know how long that was sitting there
Can't
for.
pick that up.
Yeah, yeah, it's very blocked. It's funny. You can sort of see it sticking out. Happens sometimes. One of the things I just don't have on this server is a lot of weapons for different metal types, like adamantine or bishik or cold iron, that kind of thing. And I'm going to be missing that in the next quest. Well, this too, just because there's mind flares and having that is helpful. But the next quest, made to order, is very useful to have. Because of the clay golems and the iron golems, you want to have those other things to get through the damage reduction, or be doing a lot of damage. There's the crest that I'm looking for. Oh, there's a bookcase here. I just don't have those on this server. No metal line weapons either. He survived 2 hits of that. So does his friend. The other one didn't. Alright. Another Vandal. Getting close to the ransack. Another Mind Flayer. Here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Best death I ever had was at the hands of one of those. Sucked my brain out. That's their special attack. They stun you and then they suck your brain out and you die. Because you don't have a brain no more. Where's the other crest? Make sure when you go into these side rooms, you are picking up the crest that's randomly in the room. There's a chest. Which again, it's kind of lying around. So 6. So we're doing good. It doesn't say you need 6, but you usually need an odd or an even number, not an odd number. So if you only got 5 or 3, you know you don't have enough. I turned the wrong way. Over here. Yeah, it's just so you can see. Expand that a little. It's kind of a long quest, but it's symmetrical for the most part. Alright. I believe there's still some more traps ahead. Probably this next chamber. Guess not. And there's the big boss guy. With some underlings. And that doesn't help. I gotta move that out of there. Unless I know there's gonna be more undead. My Sunder back in that spot. Should be a chest hiding around here. There it is. There's the chest. What was that? Oh, 11,000 XP. That was good. And 32 minutes. Not bad. Going well. Did your runs this morning. Legendary Elite Slavers and new Archon quests. Shabrath. Cool. Yeah, I like the Archon quests. They're pretty cool. I've stepped those up a bit. Alright, getting back to the quest reward. There is a way to go up around the back where Paddington is going. If you can't make that jump, you can go up around here and get up there to where she is to talk to her without having to do the jump. Let's take this. Alright. How's Kundrak next? For made to order. Just gonna repair here. Something about getting hit seems to hurt my stuff. I probably don't want any of this at all. Sell the gems. Good to go. It'd be nice having a trapper with this one, because when I ran it earlier, I did not have a trapper with me. And it was quite noticeable. Because a lot of the traps are kind of landmines on the ground, and I just had to go and trigger them and go through them and be thankful that I had resistances to mitigate most of the damage. Because they hurt. Do you need to refresh your airship buffs at all?
Not needed.
Okay. There's lots of traps in this next one. Little landmine ones. So this is in House Kundrak, in case you're unfamiliar with it. You talk to Hazard of Kundrak. And there's a little wilderness area to have to go through. It's a really short one. There's nothing to kill in it. You just go through the Black Anvil Forest. Again, it's a free-to-play quest, level 11. No Rift Maker, though you really want that. Okay. You mean like on your airship, so you can go directly from the airship to Emrath? Is that what you're referring to there, Feyhands? Or Iron Hands? By the way, there's 2 quests in this little Black Anvil Forest. I think there's just the 2. But Reliculous Sovereign Past is in here. Reliculous Sovereign Host? Sovereign Past? Anyways, in this one, made to order. And there's another inevitable in here, so getting through its damage reduction, you need Chaotic Weapon. Actually, I'm going to equip that right now. Is this it? Scoundrel's Longsword. So there's no one dead in here, so let's put that up there. But it's in the end fight, there's just the one. And for myself. And I'm definitely going to want electrical, and you'll see why in a moment. I should be fine with the rest. I have a little bit for my airship, like 10 points worth.
One of Haywire's trademark speaking stones is embedded in the wall here. It appears to be beckoning you.
Some of these rails are electrified. It's pretty linear, this quest, as you go along. Let's see. Got shot with electricity there. Now I gotta hop across and hope I don't fall. If you fall, then you end up having to find your way back onto the correct path. To get into the end area, again, it does require a crest, and it's saying locate the 4 crests. So that is an objective that it's telling you in this one. Just letting you know. I may let you lead a little bit, Patino, because there's a bunch of landmines that I probably can't spot. Lots of Duragard, which are a type of dwarf, like dark dwarves. There's one of those things. And they're all different types. Like there's could be sonic, they could be frost, they could be electric, acid, fire. So you kind of need it all as far as resistance is. It depends on the color will tell you what it is. And the only way to shut them off is to find the control panel, and because they'll just keep going off. They're based on proximity. So if you can spot them but not able to disarm them, at least you can find the pathway to walk through them. And so much for letting him lead. I did say I'd let him lead. But as you can see, there's 3 around me here, so if I kind of hug the spot here, I should be okay. I should also learn to follow my own advice. So finding a control panel is the difficult spot, or difficult thing. Oh, the Riftmaker's great axe. Best two-handed weapon in the game. Okay, cool. Yeah, and bank space is nice. Yeah, the favor that you get from doing House Kundarak quests will earn you extra bank favor, or extra bank space.
Haywire's voice crackles through the speaking stone.
Okay, here's where we're going to come across some clay golems and iron golems, and they're going to have damage reduction. I believe you don't want to use acid against the clay golems, because you'll heal them, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think electricity heals the iron golems. The next quest, there's a thing that will, where electricity will heal certain things, the ancient iron defectors. Because we're going to go into the insanity quest. I soloed that earlier today to check it out, and I just about died in the final chamber, trying to get all the little ruins, and these beholders kept spawning. Trying to shut the rift that the beholders are coming through, and they just kept coming before I could seal the chamber. Hey, he's not supposed to open that. That's my job. Come through on their own. Who told you you could open doors? XP. Oh, that was something else I was supposed to do that I haven't done yet. Swap my Sunder back in place, so I don't try to turn these guys. That's just not going to work.
Trap.
That was nice, the control panel's right there. I believe that is just a rest shrine, but it happens to be locked. If you can pick the lock, then you can get into it. But it should just be a rest shrine. Lava hot, lava burn. Stay out of the lava. Yeah, once you earn the favor for the extra bank space, then you do have to pay a little bit for it. Which isn't too expensive. I mean, having the platinum for that, 2,000 platinum, it's not bad. Says the guy who's got 5 million platinum. Yeah, another crest in this room. For some reason, picking it up ticks off the guardians of the crest. That green stuff they're spitting out's poison, by the way.
I have some con damage if you could fix.
That I can.
Thank you.
My remove disease does full greater restoration. Make sure I took extra uses for that. Oh, we are being followed. I thought I heard something going dun 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 dun. My headphones there. I'm worried of going too far ahead because I'll probably hit some traps again. They're not as bad on normal mode as they would be on hard and elite. They're going to do a lot more damage on elite. Oh, and the control panel's up around the corner. Through another trap. That's the other thing. If you see what he's wielding there, he had a pickaxe. And if that criticals, that does, I think 4 times damage on a critical. So, it's one of the reasons to have fortification. Mitigate that or cancel it altogether. I guess it would be cancel it or take it. But yeah, fortification's going to cancel. Give you a chance to cancel that critical damage. What's my fortification? 57%. Could be better. There's another crest. So how many do I have now? I've got 3 crests. Should be a chest on the other side here. Some rubble. Nice. What's this? Get ourselves buffed back up again for the rest of the way. Can't do anything about that poison that they're spitting out. There's some items that have poison resistance now. Yeah, poison or the elite traps will end you quickly. You're right. I'm getting low on spell points. That's okay. also getting low on neutralized poison potions. I can carry more. I certainly have the weight allowance for it.
Trap.
Found one!
A
Yeah,
little late.
my spot's certainly not high enough to see these. I'll take it. I'm like
Trap.
sitting there debating, do I give him the chance to take it or should I just steal it? Fortification will also stop sneak attacks, yes, but it's also there to stop criticals. Is my understanding. It's for both. Both sneak attack and critical. And your PRR, I believe, is will reduce the amount of damage that you're taking. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. That's why I keep a glass of water next to me. Not there yet. Still a little ways to the next rest shrine. Oh well. I'll be fine. Funny, this is supposed to be my main paladin of the two paladins I have on Wayfinder, but my other paladin seems to have a lot more health and a lot more armor class. Her armor class is 56, not 46, and I figured I'd kill him since he's trying to shoot Patino with spells while he's trying to disarm the trap. Yeah. I got like 50 more hit points and 10 more armor class on my other paladin than this one, and they're the exact same level. It's like, what am I doing wrong? I obviously didn't make them the same. The other one's better. Are you in the door? Yeah, he's like stuck in the door. Funny. I know we eventually have to go in there. Where's Patty now? Oh, he went in. Okay. I turned one way and I guess he was right behind me at the moment. It's like, I know we have to go in here. There's a crest in here. With more of those golems. Clay golems, I know part of their damage reduction is bludgeon, but I think the other is adamantine. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. But I do a fair bit of damage when I hit, but I still... Well, I'm not getting through the damage reduction, I'm still doing damage anyways, as opposed to doing flat out 0. Which sucks sometimes if you don't do a lot of damage. You're not doing as... If you're doing less damage than their damage reduction, then you just see a bunch of zeros happening. You don't do anything at all.
Trap.
That's kind of sucky. Okay, we got Ransack. Stop hitting the explosive barrels now. Hello. You're not supposed to be here. I have the impression that these guys are kind of raiding this foundry and stealing stuff that's not theirs. This is Haywire's grotto. Is that what you're saying? And Legendary Elite Slave Lords, you had 176 PRR and 263 fortification. Still hit for 760. About two-shot me. Yeah, well, it was Legendary Elite. Yeah. Oh, if they have Reaper mode come out eventually, then that'll be even worse for you. Over here. Get him with this, and I'm out of spell points. So, these are the only two shrines, by the way. This one and the one that was behind the locked door. So, plan ahead. If you're not able to pick that lock, that means you are not going to be able to have two shrines. You'll just have this one here. Actually, make sure he has at least some lightning. Yeah, because I figured that his airship buffs will have been wearing off by now. We're on the last stretch.
I guess my ship buffs had wore off.
Yeah, I figured time-wise they probably had because we were into 2 quests by now, so... The cargo hold buffs only last an hour, and that timer goes all the time. And if you fall off these little tracks that we're on right now, you do have to just try to orient yourself. You know, look at the map, try to find where the entrance was, and just, you know, start going again. I've gotten lost in here, having fallen off in the past, and then go back along. This didn't help whichever track I was on. They were both electrified. And here's the door that we needed the sockets for. The monkey, the bat, the scorpion, and the snake. Guess I gotta be closer. Snake. There we go. Guess I can stop hitting those. We have ransack. Still expecting traps though.
Trap.
See what I mean? Bring a rogue. They're handy. There it is. Control panel. See how they're different colors? I'm not sure what this one signifies. Yellow or orangey yellow. The red ones are fire, but orangey yellow thing. I'm not sure what that's spewing out. Something dangerous. Now a note, when we do get to the final chamber, the door does slam shut and stays shut for a little while. So try to have the whole party go through simultaneously, or try to get them to go through together, because yeah, otherwise you end up doing part of the fight not together, and if only one person's gone through, the rest of the party is outside the door. It ain't gonna help. Hey City, how's it going? While there is the boss inevitable in there, he does have golems with him, but the golems don't trigger right away. I think you have to start the boss fight. Oh, cool. Silver Flame Hymnal. I like getting those.
Sound like thunder echoes from the cavernous halls to the east.
Trap.
Found it. Yeah, you had laryngitis there. I saw on your tweets on Twitter. I'm glad to hear that's getting better. Where we at? Oh, we got the ingenious debilitation bonus. Good. So this is the final door. So we've gone through a nice little loop, and we're coming into the end. So go through together.
The battle-scarred Marut pounds against the door.
Now I have to switch weapons and suffer a negative level because I'm using a chaotic weapon. It's unlawful. It's a paladin. So as you can see, there's golems on either side. But he's the guy that we got to deal with, and I believe that until he's triggered for combat, you can't target the others. And the quest doesn't end until you actually talk to Haywire. So if you're worried about getting your voice and master on or something like that, it's not as big of a deal. Killing this guy. Alright. Get rid of that curse. Cursed wounds. Can't heal those. And we'll get rid of my negative level. Now, you use the speaking stone after those guys are all dead. Let them know that you're on your way. And a nice long series of doors opens. If you're familiar with the show Mystery Science Theater 3000, then this looks familiar to you. Because they have something similar. Yes, I found several traps in this quest, actually. You wanted to stream today, but your voice was not good enough. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, life happens.
Stands in the center of the room.
Oh, cool.
His right
I'll
arm
go to the table.
gleaming in the light. It appears that
Not
the
sure I had enough of
genius
those today.
inventor has experimented on himself.
Need lots of alchemy tables. 2 chests at the end. And again, you have to talk to Haywire to actually end the quest. $7,000. Happy with that. I think I just got an action point too. Great show originally, yeah. Yeah, they've had a couple different people doing that. I forgot the name of the quest that we're doing next. Where is it? Dreams of Insanity, yes. So Dreams of Insanity, House Drasco. Oh, yeah, gotta get the end reward. Right, did you catch that? Dreams of Insanity next?
House Jarasco, yes. Thank you.
Okay. I forgot to go get my end reward. Don't want to forget those. And Vitality 21, Negative Resistance 22. Plus 4 Battle Plate. I don't necessarily want it for this character, but I do want it. We'll see. I may keep it for this character. See, that's a nice set of armor in my opinion. I'll just cut through here. Go through the airship. This is a bit of a longish quest, and it's easy to get lost in. There's a couple beholders, more than one. That's for sure. Right. Let's go over here. Sell and repair. Serene. Nope. Keep that. Keep that. Off I go. I used to get lost in House Drasco. I used to hate this place, this enclave. See, the lighting effects are still in place for Maybar, or Night Revels. I'll always know it as Maybar. We're going to come all the way over, again in House Drasco, way up here, to this labeled string table error at the moment, but on the mini-map. But that is not his name. Gatekeeper Trakash. Talk to him. This will also have a little wilderness area to go through first. People talk to, or stuff that you can kill. Just making sure that I don't have any lightning damage going off, because
I'll be right there, just finishing up.
okay, no worries. Yeah. Lightning will actually heal the. Oh, right. I want this Vorpal thing. I'm gonna put that there. I should have been using that in the last quest. Huh. Forgot I had it. When I was doing this before with my other character, I had a lightning weapon, and I went and hit one of the ancient iron defenders, and green numbers were coming up, and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm doing a bunch of healing on him because I was hitting with lightning damage, and so it was lightning healing in that instance. So I had to switch weapons. Something to watch out for. Some things really like certain types of damage as opposed to not liking that damage. One of my favorite raids to do is right here, Tempest Spine. I really like that raid. I don't know it very well. Like, I don't know. I get in there with the group of people and they just run and I kind of follow along, killing things along the way. But I don't know what you're supposed to do. There's a big puzzle at the end that's supposed to be solved and stuff that got to do along the way, levers to pull, and I don't know any of that stuff. But I know the route to take. I've kind of learned that. But I don't know what to do along the way. So, yeah, talk to Gatekeeper Crash, and then this little caravan thing, you can't click on it from the front, just go to the side. Click on it at the side. And I'll let you in. Again, there's just this little wilderness area to have to go through initially. Just kind of go straight north. It is optional to do. It's not a quest area like it is with the Kyber Jungle one, like a Vault of Night number 3 section, which is, so when you are done in here, you won't be rested as though you've just done a quest. You can, I believe there's like 10 creatures in here, they're all constructs. You can kill them and get a little bit of XP for it. I'll show you how much that's worth. There's one of those ancient iron defenders that you don't want to hit with lightning damage. So if you have something that'll do extra damage versus constructs, this is the place for that. Though there's a mix of things in the quest, there is some constructs in it. 5 left. I think there's going to be 5 close to the actual quest entrance. It's too bad it wasn't daytime in here. You see, it'd be a lot prettier to view it. I love the architecture. 2 more. Which means probably... Oh, oh. I didn't realize those were red named. What have I walked into? Well, if they're in the monster manual, I just added that to the monster manual. That's cool. Cool. Smiting works best versus constructs. That's true, yeah. There's end loot in here? Or was you... Oh, are you talking about Tempest Spine? Yeah. I don't think there's end loot in this little area, but honestly, I don't know. But here's your the quest entrance. Guess I could have brought a hireling, but I didn't. There's Patty now. He probably doesn't need that one. Okay, that little glowing purplish blackish orb that's zipping around, try not to walk through those. It gives you a random spell effect, and it could be good, could be bad. I find just avoid them if you can. Which is a lot harder than it sounds.
Zora's
Because
influence has gripped this temple.
yeah,
Once a quarry threshold to the plane of dreams.
they
Twisted
move
it
around
into a
randomly. They're
magical
chaos rifts
abomination.
or orbs, chaos orbs, I guess. Anyways, these ruins we need to make use of. They're shutting rifts. I didn't see the rift that shut, but we need to seal small rifts, and I'll show you some
This
a little bit
door
later.
Can only be unlocked by using the proper crests.
Ultimately, we need to get through this middle door, and we need 2 crests to do so. We're just going to go clockwise and start. Now, what you can see is there's another hallway right on the other side. Eventually, we're going to work our way around and end up on the other side of that. But if there's a possibility of triggering waking up people on the other side of this little bamboo wall, and you may end up with a large dungeon alert going on, which gives a boost to the enemy. Potions of Wonder, yeah, they're a random effect too. Yeah, as dungeon alert levels go up, like from green to yellow to orange and whatnot, the mobs get increased saving throws, increased armor class, increased ability scores. So you don't want to have your dungeon alert level up too high. And once it's to yellow or higher, you become harried once you're in contact with them. There's one of the rifts I was telling about. When you use the ruin, it closes the rift. And it's a fair chunk of XP to do that optional. All the optionals in here give 35% of the base experience. So it is a decent amount of experience. 1,463 experience you're looking at to close all the rifts, and the other optionals that are going to come up along the way. They're not showing what they are yet, but doing them is well worth it, in my opinion. If you're looking for experience, because you want to level up your character, it's the way to do it. Do the optionals. So I don't need to run all the way backwards. Just when dealing with these spellcasters. I hate Theracounds. There's another rift. Let's use the ruin. They're intelligence based, by the way, so if you have a really low intelligence, you might not be able to make use of the ruin. But my intelligence, well, it's 16. My other character that I did it with, on normal, had only a 12 intelligence and was able to use it, so... Oh, there, I just got Wild Instincts cast on me because I stepped into that orb. Or rather, it stepped into me. I have to heal myself here. Alright. Now, as you can see, we can kind of backtrack right away, but I'm going to do this bottom area first. Just gonna kind of touch on it. And deal with this beholder. This hurts. 3 negative levels. Ouch. At least I can fix that. There it is. There. All better. Do you have negative levels on you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask. Well, the other reason to come in here is
The
not just...
ruin over here, I'll get.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Yeah, closing all the rifts. We'll leave that other door there and backtrack at this point, just to go the other way. We'll actually end up back at that point when we do the other half of this area. So now we're kind of just on the other side of the wall from where we were. So we'll be able to deal with the other rifts. And this is going to lead us to get one of those crests as well. Which, believe it or not, is guarded by another beholder. Lots of beholders in this quest. Which, if you remember from me mentioning in the past, are my favorite things to fight. Was that City? You're saying that they're worth it? You mentioned doing the optionals is worth it in this compared to other quests. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think too. Sometimes I'll look at the amount of XP that an optional will give, or where I'm at, or if I've done it before. If it's the first time that I've done the quests, that particular life, so I'm getting the first time bonus, I might go and do all the optionals. Although that's kind of just my playstyle too. I like to do all the optionals, milk it for the XP. Oh, that beholder, I just realized he sucked all of those. I assume he did it to Patino as well. The anti-magic field took off all the spells. Like all our buffs. Just ripped them right off. Favorite thing to kill is anything you've paralyzed. Yeah. That works too. Okay, no more dispelling the magic buffs that we just gave ourselves. Of course, there is another beholder coming up in a little bit. But there's a lot of spellcasters here too, along the way, so I was figuring it wouldn't hurt to have a few buffs. There's 2 potions of wonder. I just always sell those. My understanding is they give random effects, so I just ignore them. Whoa! Didn't even see that Theracound before, and then all of a sudden I see his little sonic blast coming down the hallway. What? That wasn't part of the plan.
A well-used.
I'm just going to use the gong now.
Like a locked door.
I'll show you. That's where we were before. Remember the 3 doors? So we need to get the crest, which is going to be in here. There's a beholder behind this door along with one of the 2 crests. And a rift. Awesome. Bookshelf. Where's the crest? ruin. The heck did that thing hit me with? Oh, there's the crest. Crest of the scorpion. Hey. I'm gonna shrine just because I'm really low on spell points.
Go right ahead.
Oh, one of your guildmates wants all the potions of wonder? Alright. I know some people really like them. I'm just not one of those people. I collect hair dye. I love getting hair dye. In fact, I've got a massive, outrageous bid on hair dye in House Cannith right now that I really don't need to have. Because I wanted a particular color. I was like, I want that. I want that for my main character. And they didn't have a buyout price on it. It's just bid. So it's like, and I lost a couple bids already. So it's like, fine. I'm just going to add 100,000 to the minimum bid. So it's like, I just put a stupid, silly price on it. Last I seen, no one had tried to outbid me yet. It's a ludicrous price for hair dye. I'm not sure what my upper limit is for it. It's entirely possible if I looked at my character, my bank tune that has my hair dye, that I have that color. But I try to have at least 2 of every color, and I think I only have 1 of that color if I have it at all. So I couldn't use it anyways, because then I'd be out. I wouldn't have any. It's one of my favorite colors. So for hair dye. My one guildmate, he collects hair dye too, so I can't tell him, oh, send me all the hair dye, because he wouldn't do that. Yeah, well, the bidding's not over, but if they're watching the bidding and seeing that, it, because it started like really low thousands, and now it's, a 6-figure number. So yeah, I'm sure it's totally made their day. It's like, what's going on? I'm not sure how much time is left on that bid. I'll check on it either later tonight or tomorrow. It's just, I got, on my main server, I got Reaper Plate. I don't like the helm. I prefer the glowing eyes. And I've got violet eyes for my main character. And the Reaper Plate, which is the same as this plate here. But I don't like my character's hair color. It doesn't go well with it, so I'm like, okay, I need the right color hair to go with the Reaper Plate and violet glowing eyes. Because I believe I'm going to go all the way to level 30 this life. I don't always with all my characters, but I think I'm going to. Because I want to get my 3rd stack of fast healing, because I've only got 2 stacks. Now this is where we saw that beholder again, and I turned around and said, okay, we're going back the other direction for backtracking. So I'm just going to break that door. Just you can see where we were. Show you on the mini-map. That's where you come in. So we went up. There's where the 3 doors were. And initially we went all the way around, came here, and circled all the way back. And now we're going this way and back, and now we're going along the outside wall and back. So it's kind of a roundabout way doing this. But now we're on the outside wall. left. Didn't it say 2 rifts left when I sealed that one? And now I've sealed it, and it still says 2 rifts left. Oh, maybe I'm misreading that. Hope it didn't glitch. I want my XP. I don't normally do this quest. Again, free-to-play quest, but I think I said that before. All the quests I'm doing today are free-to-play. Oh, you're asking if it's white hair? No, his hair was white, and then I put on slate, and it's kind of a dark purple. I was expecting black for some reason, and it just, I find I didn't like it, but it was white. But no, what I'm looking for is rose color. I want something reddish tinge to it, because I think it'll look nicer with the violet eyes. There. Okay. And the last of the small rifts will be guarded by a beholder who's also guarding a crest. But now that I said what I'm bidding on, don't anybody go and outbid me, okay? In fact, what you should do is if you have rose-colored hair dye, just go and send it to me. Ginger Nation? I'm not ginger myself, but I certainly have no qualms with ginger-colored hair. Looks cool on my characters. My secondary character that I run with my guildies, she has the fuchsia, which is kind of like a pink, and it's got this, like the one you have to buy off the DDO store, and then I've got the ponytail, the mohawk ponytail that you also have to buy off the DDO store. It looks really, really cool. Those two together. Especially with the Reaper plate, because she's got that too. And she's got purple, I believe it's purple glowing eyes? Well, they would call it that. And it's, I don't remember what the name they give it. Alright, so that's the last of the small rifts, so that was 1400. Good amount of XP. Do you need to rest?
Nope. Thank you.
Wasn't sure if he had action boosts that he needed to reset. I am going to rest before we go into that final room.
Alright.
There's going to be lots of beholders in there, so I'm not going to give too many buffs before I go into it.
Okay.
They're just going to rip them off of us. I just want full spell points because I want to be able to heal us. If you can get the guys up in the catwalks initially, that'd be awesome.
Sure. Sure.
There's the 2 crests. We got ransack. There is a alchemy table there. Okay. There is going to be a really big rift in here, and there are several seals to close this rift. Now, there's going to be all kinds of things continually coming through this rift, particularly beholders. One of them will be a red named boss beholder that needs to be killed. But those ruins that we were dealing with, there's several of them up and about here. Oh, there he is. Oh, great. A boss name. A champion boss. Tell because he's a pumpkin. I thought they fixed that. 6 negative levels? I better fix that right now. There. Otherwise I'd have died. Alright. Starting to head up. Okay. So there's one ruin. So there's 6 in total. At various spots. There's one way up there. There's one directly all the way across. Oh, there's one on that level. But just like I'm on this ledge here, there's one on the opposite side. I'll go get it right now. But as I'm doing this, there's going to be more things coming through that gate until we get all these. It's nice to have someone who has got decent range attack. There's one up there. Because then I don't have to drop back down. Oops. I didn't mean to fall. Okay. I fell. I have to work my way back up. But the 2 highest ones are the ones to get. Yeah, trip is useful at low levels.
Okay, I'll range these guys as they come in.
Okay. Just trying to figure where the ladders are to get me higher up. Okay, there's one. Oh, he didn't grab it. Grab the ladder. Yeah, I'll take my shield off. Give me a little higher jump. There we go. Okay, one left. Don't. I fell again. Something about wearing heavy armor. This is not a very jumpy character. Or agile. But imagine soloing this with a character who can't jump very well. And you've got beholders coming through, as well as Therachounds, and you can't handle them as well, because if you were to do it, you've got to drop down yourself. And even once you've pulled it, anything that's come through the gate already, you've got to deal with if you want to get the chests. I did have a hireling with me, but he got negative leveled to death. I couldn't take his... I couldn't get greater restoration on him before he died. Just checking the time there. I want to try doing Spawn of Whisper Doom. But I'm worried about all the cobwebs in the quest and whether or not the stream can handle it. So I don't have the best upload speed. And water effects and cobwebs sometimes have issues with it, making it glitchy. But we definitely have time to give it a try. Patino, do you have time for one more? Spawn of Whisper Doom?
Sure.
Okay, we'll give that a try. Hopefully the stream can handle it.
All right. We have an extra hour tonight.
Alright. That's in House Fjarlin. I'm gonna go and repair first. Suppose I could check the mail too, but I'll do that after. When I did the Splinter Skull series, we came across Whisper Doom during that one. And doing it at level, she's like almost impossible to kill, but you also don't need to kill her. Keen and Vorpal. Eh. Can always buy back if I need to. And now we come across her again, after having kind of chased her out of Splinter Skull. Where am I going? Did I just get myself... No, I'm going the right way. And now we go to where her actual lair is. Where she set up shop again and got tons of spiders. So if you have arachnophobia, by any chance, this is not the quest for you. So, to my friend Davin, if she's ever watches this stream, because you know it does end up on YouTube, you might want to shut this off now, because this is all spiders almost all the way through. Whisper Doom is a giant spider, and then all of her brood as well. So just fair warning to those of you who are scared of spiders. So the quest giver was just up there.
Could you share, please? Thank you.
Spawn a whisper share. There we go. There's a little bit of a wilderness area to go through. Like the last one, you don't get anything for it. You just cut through. I have the graphics turned down a lot, so you can't see the grass that would normally be in here. There's normally all kinds of plants in this area. But I've got them turned off. I don't know, you get like 500 experience just doing this on normal to go through. But they do put a rest shrine just by the quest entrance. So if you do decide to do the little clearing and get that little bit of XP, you can't rest before you go into the actual quest itself. Just wanting to come right after us. Alright, let's just go in. Get ourselves healed up initially. As I said, there is lots of spiders in here. We will come to a little village area, which we will need.
Powerful walls seal this tunnel. Even the
There's
mighty
two doors similar to
Tarturu
this
must
one.
fear what lies beyond.
We need to kill some enchanters who are tied to each of the ruins on the floor. So each time you kill an enchanter, one of the runes goes out. Once all the runes have gone out, the force shield drops, and then you can unlock the door with the special silver key, which you get in the village that's located underneath here. So for now, we gotta go this way, because it's the only way we can go. But we won't come back to that particular door, because it kind of leads us to a different door that goes to the same place, to the actual lair itself of Whisper Doom. There's two entrances. There's the one I just showed you, and then there's the one where we're going to eventually end up. You can go in either one. There's the village.
The spider webs stop here.
Now,
Cleared
there's
away
traps
by the
in
odor
here.
of
They are
Tarturu.
randomly
The
placed.
village lies
So
ahead.
sometimes there's a trap right here.
The village.
I'm not sure if my spot was high enough, so I thought I'd check. Just approach it slowly. Now there are more breakables than what you need to get the ransack, and they're kind of tucked away around in corners, so if you're trying to get them all, 5 grand. It's up to you whether or not you want to do it yourself. I may skip the breakables this time because they're a bit of a pain to go and get them all. The traps are randomly placed by these doors sometimes, so as I approach the doors I'm like cautious because I don't know if I have the spot to see them.
No spot.
Still break some of the breakables along the way, but I'm not going to hunt down every single one of them. Oh, I didn't even see him. Guess there was a trap there. That's another way to find a trap. Just walk in, stumble across it. I knew eventually I would get to the point where my spot wasn't high enough. I haven't been putting any points in this spot. I just happen to have a treasure hunter spyglass. It's not that great.
I didn't spot it.
What am I doing? I'm going to try this. I've got a Vorpal Bastard Sword. Why don't I use it? Oh, cool. Disarmed it. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, tamper bonus.
Trap.
It may be just around the corner up ahead. Because that's one of the places that they sometimes are. Should be a blade trap in that corridor. Yeah. While he's dealing with that, I'll just open this door. It's just a rest shrine. I'll use it on the way back. Once we have the key. Awesome. So there's the control panel for that one. Again, that trap isn't always there. It's like there's a certain number of traps, but whereabouts they put them, it seems to be random. Every time you step into the quest. Paladins, barbarians, best trap finders. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, just use their face. Okay, so one of these chests will have the silver key and the other's loot. There's the silver key. So we need to get through that door. Oh, there's these guys, these enchanter dudes, when they get really low on health, they tend to disappear on you. Oh, Mark of the Silver Flame. Cool. You know, I don't know that I need that shrine, after all. I won't worry about it. If I really have to backtrack to hit the shrine, I will. The hard part with this quest is that I'm probably not going to be able to show you the whole quest before it's done. Because it's like a maze once we get into the actual lair area. Where Whisperdoom is, because Whisperdoom herself is not in a set location. She wanders around in the quest, and she's not in a certain spot. And you just may go around a corner and bang, there she is. And once you kill her, that's the end of the quest. And so you may have to explore everything, because as you're exploring, she's moving away from you, or you explore of the layer section where she's in. As soon as you step into it, maybe she's right there, because she's just randomly walking around.
The village.
There's a few optionals that are in there, but unless you stumble across the optional, it doesn't list it as something to do until you've done it. So, and they're kind of, not all of them, but some of them are randomly placed. But not only will you get XP for them, but there's 3 that you get XP as well as loot. You can turn in and get their own end reward. So this is the hatchery area where you can go about. Again, it's optional, but I'm going to show it because I want to give you an idea of just how convoluted and maze-like this area is. Killing 50 of the spawn of Whisper Doom gives 20% of the base XP of the quest. That guy disappeared, didn't he? Well, we kind of have to go through here anyways, because in the hatchery we got to track down those enchanters. Did he die, that enchanter, or did he disappear?
He died.
Okay. Yeah, because we have to kill him in order to open that door.
The hatchery.
I just happen to know that this is a dead end. Because there's a nice junction. It's like, which way do we go at this point?
From previous experience that wisp fresh kills hang from the web, the remains of former adventurers.
So not only are there these smaller ones, but she's going to have, there's one of her daughters. There's 5 of these to kill. And it's mandatory to hunt them all down. So you kind of have to explore the hatchery until you've found them all. I think they're randomly placed as well. And Vorpal effects do work on spiders. Because technically Vorpal means you're cutting off someone's head. Spiders have heads. Cut off their heads. He's killing some things before I get to them.
He disappeared.
Yeah. It's cool when you can Vorpal them before they disappear. Right, there's the lever. I'll wait for him to reappear. Of course, he may reappear behind us. There he is. Yeah, so 2 is 7. 5 more of them. Oh, cool. There was a Vorpal. You need to head out. Have a great night. Okay. You too. Take care, City. Hope you keep getting better.
The small
Kill this
caves
thing
here
here.
have been set up to function as a hatchery. Whisper Doom's daughters.
Freedom of movement would be really nice in this
Spawn.
quest because of the number of webs that they cast. Chest over here. This is one of those quests that's just not linear. A lot of the quests are. This one is not one of them. I like the challenge though, trying to find your way. Because if you don't know it, and I certainly haven't memorized it. I mean, I know the early part through the hatchery. I've gotten to know it, but the layer itself, I don't know my way through that. Because there's a lot of the time I've gone through and, you know, just you find her, you kill her, you don't need to go the rest of the way. So you don't have to learn it. There have been times where I've like wanted to get the conquest bonus, you like kill enough monsters, and in the lair, the spiders just keep respawning. So if you go back areas that you've been, spiders will respawn, so you can get conquest. But if you stumble across Whisper Doom too early, then that means you have to run away from her and lose her. And so you just go running through, and you stir up a bunch more spiders, and you have this whole, I don't know, gaggle of spiders, herd of them. What's the correct term for a group of spiders? Pride of lions, pod of whales, murder of crows. I don't know what you call a group of spiders, but when you've got a lot of them following you and they're gigantic ones,
The hatchery.
you may want to scream like a little girl. Especially when their mom's with you and you know that she can cast Disintegrate. Yeah, that's the other thing, is the, I can't hit them. I can stand here and go, Arr. Oh, see, that worked. Because I totally did that. Yeah. Whisper Doom and Whisper Doom's daughters are spellcasters. They're really intense spiders. So that's something to keep in mind. They also have a lot of immunities. So I do recommend looking up the wiki if you want to know what they're immune to. I don't remember all of it. I believe that they're susceptible to light damage, so you actually do more damage with them, to them with light, but I think they're immune to things like cold or fire. Some of the basic stuff, like the common stuff, they're actually immune to it or resist to it. You kind of have to go through all here, these sections, because you gotta find those daughters and you gotta find those enchanters, and you don't know where they're gonna turn up. Just I don't think that it's set. But I like clearing it out, showing it, just give you a brief sense. Like it's a little convoluted. Just have to open it again, make sure I'm going the right way here.
The hatchery.
And you see, there's the other door that I told you about. The barrier is still up, but now there's only one ruin lit. So there's one enchanter left to kill. I'll bet he's down here, along with the last Whisper Doom daughter.
The hatchery.
Is the daughter in this one? Just must be on the other side. So the force field will be down. We still need to slay the last daughter. She should be in here. There she is.
You hear a rumbling, a piercing screech from deep within the caverns as Whisper Doom last.
There
the
is
hatchery.
only one other shrine. There's the one that was in that village that I skipped using, and then there's one in the maze of the lair.
The magical wards have lost their
If you thought this
power
one was
now that
maze-like,
the Cthulhu
here,
enchanters
the lair is
yeah.
much worse. Are you ready to face your doom? There's no
Yes.
There is no correct path here.
The lair.
Once you're in the lair, she could be right here,
Skittering
around the
legs
corner.
and clicking fangs echo in the darkness around you.
There's also secret doors, like in the wall, little secret passages, little nooks. There's going to be stuff just laying on the ground randomly that are optional to pick up, like a silver or gold goblet that you can turn in for a reward. Oh, there it is. I was just talking about that. I don't think these are in set locations, like this silver goblet. You pick it up, you can turn this in for a reward. And there's a banner of Splinter Skull or something like that. And there's something else, I don't remember what it is. But they don't tell you, option-wise, that they're available to be picked up. You just kind of stumble across them. I am trying to get all the spawn of Whisper Doom, like we need 3 more, so I want to get that particular optional. Just for the XP. Hopefully we get that before we stumble across their mom. It's such a big area. I've also come across a random chest in here that was locked, but I didn't have anyone with me who could pick the lock, and I couldn't do it myself, so I never knew what was in it. Maybe I should activate this just in case. When I come across these corners, it should be... Maybe I'll detect the secret door. Anyways, that was the optional. Ooh, what was it, 740? XP. There's no guarantee I'll still detect the secret door. I was pretty sure if I made all lefts, I would find this. I'm gonna take it. Really close to another rank. Okay. Didn't necessarily need that, but I'd rather have a little top up on the spell points. In the lair, it's just spiders. There's no more of those ogres. Or ogre magi. Okay. Just so you see where it is. The first door that I pointed out, this is it here. So you can see where it is. So there's the actual quest entrance there. You can see all that we've traveled.
The lair.
And I'm kind of just looking for Whisper Doom at this point. I don't know where she is. Oh. And we're looking for these. Oh, historical documents. Did you want those? Can you turn them in? Cool.
Thank you.
Because only one of us can turn them in, but you actually get a list of end reward stuff, just like you do a regular quest end reward when you turn them in. I'll show you where that is after the quest. So you get to pick and choose something. Just like you would with a regular quest end reward. I just had a flash of being a secret door. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Secret door here. My spot went off. Now it may be empty, it may have something in it. No, empty. See, I think that some of those things like that silver goblet or the historical documents that he had are potentially in that little room. I'm not sure. Oh, there's the chest. Could be a locked chest. Yeah. Okay, who did that? Okay. Go away. We're trying to loot a chest. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Oh, the battle standard. Again, only one of us can take it. You want to take it?
Sure, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, those are the three things. The battle standard, the historical document, and the silver goblet.
Only one person gets to take them.
Yeah, just one person. Everybody gets the XP, but only one person gets the actual item to turn in. Oh, that just links up that way. So let's backtrack a bit here. Although, I guess it really doesn't matter. I just figure I'd take us into territory we haven't been in the hopes that she's up there. So I'm guessing she's up north, unless she's already traveled south and we kind of passed her. Because who knows? I mean, she could be down here, just we missed her. Or she's traveled beyond us.
Hidden spot.
Yeah. Ooh. Chest. More loot. There is a spot that has some zombies. Oh, hey, Bob's Godrel. Secret Undead next. I hear Whisper Doom. Which world? Oh, we're on Wayfinder. Oh, Sienna Hair Dye. Hey, I'll take that. Cool. I collect hair dye. Just wish it had been on my home server. Yeah, we're on Wayfinder. That's where we are. When we get close to Whisper Doom, they will call out. Like the DM will. There'll be a message on the screen telling you that you hear her, that she's nearby. Okay. For now, we'll just keep going into areas we haven't been yet, trying to track her down. Again, I don't know where she is, so I don't have a particular route to go. Other than, have we been here yet? No. Well, let's go look there then. Are we? We got aggression bonus. I think this is a loop. I think we've reached like the north edge of the map. At some point it starts to get nerve-wracking, especially if you're doing this on Elite, because she is super powerful on Elite. One of the things that she does have is super high regeneration. So, as well as the ability to cast spells. There's the undead.
Their bodies marked by separating spider bites.
In this section there will be a secret door as well, with the potential for a named necromancer hiding behind it. Secret door over here. So if the rare necromancer's here, there's XP involved. I didn't put up an LFM, and it's just the two of us. I like to do the quest a particular way, like I like to explore everywhere. That's part of my gimmick, I guess. And I've had a few times in the past where I've opened it up and people have joined and like, hey, why aren't you doing on Elite? Or let's do Elite, or let's do it on Hard. And I'm trying to approach it the way someone new to the game would see it, you know, where they have to do it on normal. And I'm also trying to show everything, and I've had people that purposely try to zerg the quest, and they run ahead and then they pull all the levers, and like, well, I can't show the quest if you're doing that. Okay, let's go this way. Again, just trying to go into an area we haven't been yet. So while it's not closed, it's just, I haven't advertised it. But if you're willing to follow the leader, you're more than welcome to join in. Okay, so I think she's going to be in one of the areas we probably have already been. She's... Okay. Unless she's up here. Although, like I said, she moves around, so...
Out of the corner of your eye, you
She's
notice
nearby.
the dreaded spider whisper.
There's that message saying that she's close by. But we're at a junction there, so is she behind us or ahead of us? Okay. I think she's behind us. All I know is she's nearby from that message. No, she's not in here. This is a dead end. Darn it. It's making finding her difficult. Ah. Where does she go?
Should we split up a bit?
Suppose we could try that.
Another one? Really?
I just know she's somewhere in this north section. Thanks for the follow there, Bob. I'll totally mash up your name. Sorry about that, but thank you for the follow. We most appreciate that. Welcome to the DDO stream. I'm Shikaijo, the guest streamer for Saturday nights. We do have a schedule. Different streamers. Yeah, holler out if you see her. Oh, she's right here. She's where I am. I'm gonna back towards you.
All right.
She's right here. Where I am. I'm gonna back towards you.
She has a lot of resistance.
Yes, she does. Except light damage. She takes extra damage from the light damage. There we go. Now, because we're on normal mode, that was a lot easier. Alright. On Elite, it doesn't go as easy. Trust me on that one. Boof, everyone else says it boof. But I said it right. Okay. Bob Scudrill. Bob Scudrill. Okay, cool. Alright, get the end reward. So this is the quest end reward where you pick up the quest, but if you recall, there was those three items, the historical documents, the silver goblet, and the banner, which you come over to here, Ungers, and if you have any of those items, it'll be in this list, and he wants them, and you say, here, the goblet's yours, and then just like a quest reward, you get to choose something. And I'll just take the Vorpal Short Sword. Boom. So it's an extra reward, but in the quest, because there's only the three, well, there is only the three things, but only one person within the quest can pick it up. So just be aware of that. And the one thing, the banner was in a chest, and you got to be able to pick the lock. So yeah. Bovkin Scodril. Okay. Guild leader of the Lowers. What, which server are you normally on? Or, you didn't know about the turning in the things? Is that what you were saying there? Koff? Koffrath Zell? I'm gonna butcher names today. It's okay, most people butcher my name, Shikaijo. Most people, Shikaijo or Shik or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, that was the 4 quests I had scheduled for today. Those were all free to play today. I do plan on posting them on, like tonight's stream is going to go up on our YouTube channel. I'll export that over there. It'll be on there later tonight, hopefully. I won't be on next Saturday, I don't think. I believe Cordovan has a special thing planned for next weekend. And so I believe he's taking over all of next Saturday. So check it, watch either the forums or the Twitter feed for more news regarding that. But I should be back in 2 weeks, although I may join Cordovan next Saturday for part of what he's doing. So we'll see. But thanks for all those who came out. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for the follow there, Bov, or Boov, whichever. Argo is your guild or your server. Cool. All right. And happy hunting to all of you who play DDO or pen and paper versions of D&D. And we'll catch up with you later.